San Diego, California. This is session number 4, and this is the home of the mighty American military, as 2 jumbo military helicopters fly overhead. San Diego is home of Camp Pendleton, where they train all of the Navy SEALs. I didn't know if you guys knew that, but that's a thing. So if there's any other loud helicopters or flying craft above, apologies. We're here in San Diego. That's what happens here. As a local, you know that. Today we're going to be looking at collaboration and feedback. This is Bootcamp day number 4. Thank you for joining. If it's your first day, appreciate it. If this is your 4th day in a row, good for you. Good for you. You can always come back to these, by the way. They'll be on the Nest. Check them out. If you see something in here and then you're like, what was he saying again? Go back to it. It'll still be here for you. I promise. All right. 4th day, round 4. Let's do this, guys. We got round 4, and then tomorrow's round 5, and then boom, halas. Now, if there is a need for a round 6, let me know. Maybe you guys can put in the comments or give me some feedback if I'm missing something. Would love to hear from you guys. Or if you'd like me to elaborate, further on a particular subject, I can do that as well. All right, so here's today's goals. First goal is we're going to look at the importance of feedback and collaboration in learning and also in remote learning. We're going to highlight the different types of collaboration that happens in remote learning, student, teacher, and parent. And then finally, we're going to look at how to facilitate this collaboration and get feedback through the tools and strategies. So let's begin. Alrighty then, feedback and collaboration. We're going to take a look at the purpose and its importance. Now, when I think of feedback and collaboration, I think back to the very core of humanity, where we started. We were hunters and gatherers, and us humans were meek, we're small. We can't fist fight a bear and win, at least most of us. So we need to work collectively to survive, and we do that through collaboration. And so as far as humans have come, we've done so together. And so really it's the essence of who we are. So collaboration is so important, and it happens each and every day in our classrooms. I'm just hoping that this doesn't stop once we go into remote learning. And there's also feedback. So feedback is also so crucial, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the importance of feedback and how it's going to play a role in your class. All right, speaking of feedback, got a question for you all. Why do we have scoreboards? Why do we have assessments? Why do we have compliments, tips, emojis, facial expressions? Why do we give people high fives or frowns? People need to know what's going on. So for us to gain anything, we need to know how we did. We live this life in the first person, and it's good to have self-worth and to be proud of the things that we do, but you need to have perspective. You need to have that third-party view. And for those people who don't have that need, we know who those people are. In your classroom, whether you know it or not, you are a learning leader. You are the leader of those kids. And so it's up to you to communicate. Good leaders are good communicators. And so your kids are working so hard for you as you develop these lessons. And it's so essential that you give them feedback, that you let them know how they are doing, because they're trying to make you proud of them. They are trying to be proud of themselves, and the validation is your feedback. So it's so important. I mean, they're going to be working hard. They're going to be doing all those lessons and, digesting all those videos that you're going to be making. You have to give them something back. You have to let them know, hey, thank you for doing it. Thank you for trying, thank you for caring about yourself and your future. And here's what you can do to improve. Now in the classroom, this happens every single day. We know that. Sometimes it's just a little smile. Sometimes it's a high five. Sometimes it's just a little, oh, I really like that, or, oh, I don't like that. But in the classroom, it's really easy because we're all just right in front of each other. However, remotely, they're not right in front of you. And so it's easy for you to, make something and give it to them and say, do it. But it's so important, or it's more challenging for you now to then look at what they've done and then give them that feedback. But you have to do it each and every day because the kids are worth it. And really, it's important for you because if you have that feedback, if you're giving that feedback out, that means you've seen what they've done and you are now using that data to help drive what you're doing next. So it helps you become a better teacher, it helps the kids become better students, and it's just so at the core of what we do in school, in learning, and in life. All right, now we're talking about collaboration. Collaboration is essential in life. And if you look at our school, the foundation of who we are, if you go to our global competencies, we are collaborators. And it is so important for us to collaborate within a group, to listen thoughtfully and respond. It's who we are. It's who we are as Eagles, as American International School of Lagos. We want to instill this core global competency in them, which is collaboration. And so we need to instill that in our instruction. It's easy in the classroom. It's a little bit tougher when you're doing it remotely. So because of that, we need to be mindful of that, and we need to add it. Another thing, and just besides why we're doing it in our school, because it's part of our global competencies, what we believe in. If you're asking any kind of Fortune 500 company recruiter or HR person, you can ask them, what's the most important things for graduates today? Is it having great math scores? Is it having high reading levels? The answer is no. There's these 4 C's that new employees need, new graduates need, kids need. It's communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity. Collaboration is one of those. So people have to be able to work together collectively, harmoniously. They need to be able to give feedback, take criticism, give positive praise when it's needed. And so it's just so essential in students' futures. And so that's why it's so important for us. And I know you guys know this, but I just want to reiterate this a little bit, because in remote learning, it's so easy to not collaborate. It's so easy to just create a lesson or an assignment and say, here you go, and they do it, and then you wake up the next day and you're like, here's the next one. It's just like you're just giving them stuff. But you have to include not just the lesson, but you have to let kids work together on things. You have to have them work together with you. You need to have them have feedback between each other, and you need to give them feedback. So this must happen in your classes.